Imagine a switch inside your body, discovered by a Nobel Prize-winning biologist in 2016, that could reverse aging. What if you could activate it in just 72 hours, yet modern life keeps it perpetually off, making you feel years older than you truly are? I'm Dr. David Jockers, and today, I'll reveal what this switch is, how it functions, and exactly what you can do to activate it, starting tonight. For too long, we've been led to believe that aging is primarily a genetic lottery, with anti-aging solutions often focusing on superficial fixes. But common sense tells us otherwise. If aging were simply a matter of time, wouldn't everyone of the same age feel and perform similarly? Yet, we see individuals in their 50s running marathons, while others struggle to simply get out of bed. This stark contrast highlights the crucial difference between your chronological age, the number of years you've lived, and your biological age, which truly measures how you feel and perform. More precisely, biological age reflects the health and function of your cells. When scientists discuss cellular aging, they're not referring to gray hairs or wrinkles, but rather the gradual accumulation of cellular debris and damage that saps your energy, slows you down, and makes you feel older. Fortunately, your body possesses an inherent system designed to reverse this very damage. A system that, when correctly activated, can rejuvenate your mitochondria and effectively rewind your biological clock. This is the groundbreaking system recognized by the Nobel Prize. This remarkable mechanism was first unveiled in the early 1990s through a seemingly simple experiment by scientist Yoshinori Ohsumi. He subjected yeast cells to starvation, expecting them to perish. Instead, something astonishing occurred. The cells began to consume their own damaged components, worn-out proteins and broken fragments, encasing them within tiny vesicles. These vesicles were then transported to an intracellular recycling center, where their contents were broken down and repurposed into energy. This pivotal discovery provided the first concrete evidence that cells possess an innate ability to self-clean for survival. Ohsumi recognized this wasn't a random event, but a sophisticated, built-in repair system, triggered precisely when cells experience stress. Subsequent research confirmed this identical switch exists, not just in yeast, but in nearly every living organism on Earth, including us. This vital process is known as autophagy, a term derived from Greek meaning self-eating. When autophagy is activated, your cells enter a profound state of deep cleaning. They meticulously identify and dismantle damaged or dysfunctional components, even detecting the earliest signs of cellular malfunction. These broken-down elements are then recycled into raw materials, which the cell uses to construct healthy new parts. Furthermore, autophagy proactively eliminates cells that begin to develop abnormally, preventing them from escalating into more significant issues. This cellular housekeeping is a key reason why individuals with higher levels of autophagy often exhibit lower rates of neurodegenerative conditions, such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. The challenge, however, is that most people are unaware of how to effectively switch on this crucial process. Visualize autophagy as a simple switch with on and off settings. Your body determines which setting to use based on one fundamental factor: the presence or absence of food. When you consume food, particularly carbohydrates and proteins, your body registers the influx of nutrients and transitions into a growth mode. It prioritizes building, storing energy, and cellular expansion. During this phase, autophagy is completely suppressed. Consequently, if you're eating continuously throughout the day, autophagy remains virtually inactive. The inverse occurs when your energy reserves dwindle. As you refrain from eating and your cells detect a scarcity of fuel, the autophagy switch flips to on. Its immediate action is to halt growth mode, allowing the crucial cellular cleanup to finally commence. This dynamic operates much like a seesaw. Food intake activates growth mode and deactivates cleanup. Conversely, low food availability deactivates growth mode and activates cleanup. In a typical scenario, you eat a meal, your body perceives the food, shifts into build and store mode, and turns off the cleanup. A few hours later, you eat again, keeping it off. You snack between meals, and it remains off. Your cells spend the entire day in growth mode, and the essential cleanup crew is never deployed. However, when you cease eating, your fuel levels begin to fall. Your cells register this decline, and the autophagy switch engages. It applies the brakes to growth mode, shifting your cells into a dedicated repair mode. Damaged components are identified and disassembled, and the resulting cellular debris is efficiently recycled into usable fuel. The challenge for many is that a lifestyle of 3 meals a day plus snacks means this seesaw rarely, if ever, tilts in favor of cleanup. The autophagy switch simply stays off. Compounding this issue, chronic stress and insufficient sleep further hinder autophagy. Persistent stress elevates cortisol levels, while poor sleep diminishes the vital hormones required for cellular repair. Combined, these factors effectively keep your anti-aging switch deactivated, accelerating the aging process beyond what is natural. Yet, there's a powerful, cost-free method to reactivate this switch, requiring no expensive programs, supplements, or prescriptions. Fasting. When you fast, your glucose and insulin levels naturally decline. Without a continuous influx of nutrients, your body triggers autophagy. Your cells transition from growth mode directly into repair mode, breaking down damaged proteins, recycling cellular debris, and finally deploying that crucial cleanup crew. While you don't necessarily need to fast for extended periods, even a 16-hour window without food can initiate beneficial changes. Many who attempt standard 16-hour fasts don't achieve the profound cellular cleanup they expect. This is often due to one common oversight. When you cease eating, your body progresses through distinct fuel phases. For the first few hours post-meal, you remain in a fed state, primarily utilizing the energy from your recent intake. Approximately 3 to 4 hours in, you transition into an early fasting state, as blood sugar and insulin levels begin to fall without new food. It's typically around the 18-hour mark that your body significantly increases fat burning, and your liver starts converting these fats into ketones, a superior fuel source for your brain. If your objective is to maximize the anti-aging advantages of fasting, ending your fast too soon means you step out precisely when the most significant benefits are just beginning to manifest. Let's explore the profound journey your body undertakes during a 3-day fast. As previously mentioned, the first day is primarily dedicated to depleting your body's readily available fuel, stored sugar. Your liver empties its glycogen reserves, insulin levels plummet, and your body begins to access fat for energy. This is often the most challenging day. You might experience intense hunger, mood fluctuations, and a general sense of fatigue or brain fog. Yet beneath these sensations, a crucial internal transformation is unfolding. Your hormonal profile is shifting, with growth hormone rising to safeguard your muscles, and your metabolism initiating preparations for a deeper systemic reset. By the second day, with the sugar reserves fully depleted, your body makes a significant metabolic pivot, running predominantly on fat and ketones. Ketones serve as a premium fuel for your brain, and many people report stable energy levels and enhanced mental clarity during this phase. Deep within your cells, autophagy shifts into high gear. Inflammation begins to subside, and your body actively breaks down old, inefficient immune cells, paving the way for their replacement with fresh, robust ones later. So while the first day may feel like deprivation, the second often brings an unexpected sense of calm and mental sharpness. However, it is on the third day that the magic truly peaks. Ketone levels reach their zenith, providing your brain with sustained focus and stability. Stem cells awaken, laying the groundwork for a revitalized immune system once you resume eating. Your mitochondria, the very powerhouses of your cells, become significantly more efficient. You'll likely feel lighter and more in command of your well-being than you have in years. While 16 hours without food initiates sugar burning, it is 72 hours that truly activates your body's profound anti-aging switch. Let's address the most common questions surrounding anti-aging and extended fasting. First, a frequent concern: won't fasting for 72 hours destroy my muscle? I've worked hard to build it and don't want to lose it. The direct answer is that, yes, your body can break down muscle protein for energy during a fast, a process known as catabolism, and it is a real physiological pathway. However, the extent to which this occurs during a properly structured 72-hour fast is significantly less than most people fear. When you fast, one of your body's initial hormonal responses is a substantial increase in growth hormone. As insulin levels fall, growth hormone rises, and its primary role in this context is muscle preservation. It actively helps maintain lean body tissue, enhances fat burning, protects skin and joints, and even contributes to collagen synthesis. Furthermore, it aids in balancing the immune system and reducing inflammation. Growth hormone is incredibly powerful. Additionally, your body receives signals to utilize fat and ketones as primary fuel sources, an adaptation that further safeguards your lean body tissue, including muscle and bone. Studies measuring nitrogen balance during short-term extended fasts consistently demonstrate that muscle loss is minimal over a 72-hour period, especially in individuals who are well-nourished beforehand and maintain adequate electrolyte intake throughout. This is a critical point. Proper preparation involves being well-nourished, ideally having followed a high-protein diet prior to the fast, and ensuring ample hydration and electrolyte consumption to mitigate cortisol spikes and excessive catabolism. The greater threat to muscle is not the fast itself, but rather improper fasting practices. Specifically, if you enter a glycogen-depleted state without sufficient hydration or electrolytes, engage in intense exercise during the fast, experience poor sleep, are under significant stress, or break your fast with low-protein foods, all these factors elevate stress hormones, depress growth hormone, and drive the body towards catabolism in ways the fast alone would not. Moreover, any significant muscle loss over time is fundamentally linked to a lack of training. While 3 days of fasting is generally insufficient to cause substantial muscle loss for someone who consistently trains, prolonged periods without mechanical stimulus, say 5 or 7 days without exercise, will indeed lead to muscle atrophy. Moving to our second question, are there individuals who should absolutely avoid a 72-hour fast, even if they desire the benefits? The answer is unequivocally yes. A 72-hour fast imposes a significant physiological demand on the body. For most healthy adults who prepare appropriately, this demand is manageable, and the benefits far outweigh the temporary stress. However, if you have a history of eating disorders, such as anorexia, bulimia, or any pattern of restrictive eating that has become psychologically compulsive, an extended fast can dangerously reactivate these detrimental patterns. Additionally, if you are currently taking medications that necessitate food for proper absorption, or that impact blood sugar or blood pressure, it is imperative to consult with your doctor before attempting any fast beyond a standard intermittent fasting window, typically 16 to 18 hours. For fasts exceeding 24 hours, seeking professional medical advice is absolutely essential. Finally, our third question. After a 72-hour fast, how long should I wait before undertaking another? And what practices should I maintain in between? A general guideline, supported by current research and practical experience, suggests waiting a minimum of 6 to 8 weeks between 72-hour fasts, roughly every 2 months. For most individuals, adopting this quarterly rhythm 4 times a year provides ample time for complete recovery and cellular rebuilding between each profound reset, effectively preventing the accumulation of damage from getting out of hand. You can expect significant benefits from this approach. Crucially, in the weeks between your extended fasts, your daily habits will dictate your progress. This involves sustaining high insulin sensitivity through a diet centered on whole foods, high-quality protein, and healthy fats. I consistently recommend aiming for 30 to 50 grams or more of protein per meal. Your healthy fats will typically be sourced from your protein, such as grass-fed meats, pasture-raised eggs, avocados, and high polyphenol extra virgin olive oil, all excellent sources. Complement these with a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables, adjusting to your individual tolerance. Therefore, prioritize abundant protein in every meal, incorporate beneficial healthy fats, and consume a generous amount of colorful produce, tailored to what makes you feel best. Structuring your intake into just 2 or 3 meals a day within a 6 to 8 hour eating window is ideal. Again, focus on high protein, 30 to 50 grams or more per meal, ensuring a total intake exceeding 100 grams of protein daily, along with healthy fats and vibrant fruits and vegetables. This dietary framework will profoundly support your body, encourage consistent fat burning, make future fasts much more manageable, and ultimately enhance their anti-aging outcomes. It's vital to remember that we often spend our lives constantly adding supplements, routines, superfoods, yet sometimes, the most potent action you can take is to subtract. By removing food for just 72 hours, you can witness your body remember and reactivate the profound self-healing mechanisms it was inherently designed for. If you found this information valuable, please subscribe to Vitality Vault for more insights into optimizing your health, and share this video with anyone whose fasting journey hasn't yielded the results they anticipated. As always, be blessed.